episode. I think it's the 55th, possibly, episode of Saera The Invisibles. And so this is a weekly Q&A where I welcome people from all around the world to come with your heartfelt questions for yourself, for humanity, or for the planet. And in this temple, in this space of transparency and curiosity, we're going to be offering these guidance to align, hopefully, with helping you on your dharma and your path in this life, being of service to yourself, to your family, to your community in the world. So welcome, everyone. I'm just going to ring this bell and just drop into a place of receptivity, knowing that believe it, receive it, leave it, or lend it, using your own internal compass to navigate what of this guidance is important for you that you can take home, that you can integrate and take action possibly on today. And knowing that if you bring a question too, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is only for those that have questions. If you're here, if you're a seeker, if you're seeking guidance, it might actually come through somebody else's answer. So being open to that. And hello, everyone. Oh, we've got Katie, wonderful, and probably some other people. So just ringing this bell and bringing us into presence. So today I wanted to start with, hello, Viola. I wanted to start with this little song because over the weekend I had a really powerful experience going to Dea and Hamilton, who of Dea Dova. They put together this 7-hour intensive where a bunch of us were able to be supported in going to all these different areas of ourself, of our psyche, exploring archetypes, exploring movement and wildness and rawness, going through these different parts of ourselves so that we could have a clear understanding of where we're standing in relation to our desires in this life and how we want to show up and you know, if there's anything in the way. So it was quite powerful. We were also exploring a lot of the song lines and the ley lines of the planet and learning a lot about this grid, this electric grid, this energetic grid that has now been scientifically proven to actually wrap itself around this planet. So it was really opened me up to something that during that process. So for anyone that is aware of Dea Dova, I highly encourage you checking out if you want to get your dance on. I'm going to write that here. So it's Dea Dova. Check out their music because it's, you know, pretty powerful and it's moving through a lot of the different festival cultures and through these different places of bringing these ancient sounds into possibly more social environments and bringing that medicine. So to honor what I was working on is I wanted to sing a little song for you to begin. And so I'm exploring singing this little song every time we start a new little song. So this is a little soul song for you all. Dewa bongo no way, liao 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 way, dea la bone dongwe, liao 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 way, dea la bone bongwe, liao 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 way, dea la bone. The first question is usually my own question, and so I'm going to be asking if there's any guidance regarding how to explore the origins of our soul, if that makes sense, going deeper into where have we been created from and how can we align our life in accordance to that root origin of our soul. So that's my question today. And if you have a question, feel free to put it on the thread. Also, please share this because the more the merrier. I'm still having tricky time scheduling and sharing it. So here we go. You see, a drop of water that enters into the ocean doesn't necessarily come from the sky. Sometimes your origin is the destination. And why we bring this up is that as a soul, you have gone through many incarnations in different ways. Some of these incarnations are between the breaths of life. Not all are physical, not all are even esoteric. You see, the soul itself transcribes its beauty amongst life's line. So for you, if you're seeking to deepen into where you have originated from, listen to that heartbeat within you. Because each of you has originated from life, and from life that desires to continue, whose own momentum to live is what moves that life forward. A soul's momentum and desire to continue, to explore. Perhaps eventually expiring, right? If that's a belief you have. So for all of you that are seeking to deepen into why are you here? Who is it that you are needed to be for this growth upon the planet? One way to do so is listen to the parts of yourself that remember moments when you have felt energy rushing through your body, where you felt a sense of aliveness. Sometimes these moments are even thinking, having thoughts or directions in your life, whether you're thinking or projecting yourself into a potential. If that brings you life, then there's something there for you. Don't underestimate these feelings that come up, for they are your guiding force. They are the soul speaking in volumes through the emotional body. So if there's an excitement, whether it's an excitement about thinking of a person or a place or a direction, or watching someone or watching an experience, sometimes that feeling that rushes through you, that excitement, that passion, that curiosity, that is your soul desiring you to track it and to explore how can you bring similar experiences into your life as a normal. Normalize what brings you excitement, what you're drawn to, so that your life is continuously a momentum of growing in this direction. Thank you. All right. So hello everyone popping on. We've got some new people here. We've got Heather and Ona. Hey beauties. Okay, so the first question we have is from Ona. Let's see what she says. Hi, lovely. I found a musical soulmate and really determined to birth a project. The catch: there's some sexual tension, and he seems to be a bit overzealous about me. I don't want that to affect the potential for a project, so I'm wondering what guidance I need for the situation or what will unfold. Thank you. Ooh, this is exciting because I feel like, weren't we talking about finding some collaborations for you the last time? I know something that I like to explore too is that when there is that sexual tension, how to use that in a form of inspiration and magnetism in your work, because there are ways of channeling, as you know, but there are ways of bringing this energy as almost like adding more thrill to the work in its hand and channeling it into that fertility and that project and that music. Of course, not everyone can be as mature to explore that way of working, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't build the energy when it comes. but exploring how you can get really clear on what to do to support, not siphoning but redirecting, almost this redirecting of what's coming, because sometimes that sexual energy is also just the energy of creation, right? um so she says, for me, I'm down to channel it. I'm not sure about him though. I know, gosh, these men, sorry. Yeah, and so let's see if there's any guidance on how you could support getting clarity if this is, and even in something that she's open to exploring channeling, because a lot of people don't actually have the experience of having mature relationships that are open to bringing energy into a, a place of flourishment and creating new pathways for it. And and it can be a really exciting endeavor indeed. In fact, sometimes it's actually even more exciting than if you were to actually pursue something physically, in my experience. So let's see what they have to say. Don't waste your time on trying to soothe something that's aching, right? This aching, this yearning for some sort of release. This is not your problem. This is your opportunity to see that the music itself can be that vessel in which these releases naturally flow into. That you can reach these sense of climax within the music. So to navigate the actual primal experience that's happening, because of course it's easy for someone to say, channel this, move this energy into your craft. But on a biological level, on a mammalian level, these urges are real, and logic doesn't get to them. Logic and primal action are very different minds to be living from. So for you, something that we notice is that in working with your own splenic energy, how can you find pathways of even touch that do not interfere in the same way? Are there ways, unless that's already happening, right? And this also would explore where your maturity is, right? That finding that place where it can soothe the mammalian body without opening up, potentially even opening up wounds for each of you, right? The other option would be to become really clear with each other about this experiment, right? And setting an intention possibly for this work to teach you how to move this energy in a way that truly is sustainable. There's a lot more that you'll need to explore in this realm, but we think giving yourself until November as a safety zone of not furthering the relationship in a sexual way would be very supportive. Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone. So, moving on, the next question we have is from Heather Doctor. Heather, my dear, are you here? And Heather says, is my late fiance still around? Feel like he, oh, you're welcome, Ona. Feel like he has left since I got married. Yeah, and the first thing are you here, Heather, by the way, before I read you? Heather, sometimes there's a backlog and I can't see people leaving, they're here or not. Okay, maybe Heather is not here. Personally, my feeling was that he's incarnated, but like a 3 to 6 year old boy. All right. I don't know if that works in the timeline, but I just saw this little boy. So, moving on. We got Ona. Not Ona, sorry. We've got Fiona. Hello again. So she says, Aloha. Got confused after my accident. Now I am better. Open to hear help with my weaknesses and blind spots. I crushed here because I need to be here. Is it safe to ground here? This town where I lived with my ex. I desire a home, but afraid of the responsibilities. What's the direction I am being re-navigated to? How to help myself better? Are you here, Viola, my dear? Sing a little song while I'm waiting. See if you're here. All right, here's a little intermission song. Oh, yes, you are. Wonderful. Okay. All right. It's funny. The first thing I saw was you going to the cleaners. Like I saw you dry cleaning. I don't know, like cleaning a bunch of things. I don't know if it's like actually physical. Oh, sorry, I'm getting so sleepy all of a sudden. Let's see what they have to say. You were desiring to feel rooted and grounded in your decision to go through the bureaucracy. And so now is an opportunity to embody that groundedness in a different kind of way. There's a level of integrating what is going on within your being beyond what your logical being decides for you. What is your deep sense of knowing deciding for you? With this accident, it not only reshifted who you felt like you were becoming, but it's allowed you to have an opportunity to redesign the outcome through the actions you take now. Though you are in a place of potential, not comfort, but place of accepting this next baby step, we want you to explore what is it within your heart that felt like it left during that accident. Because what we're seeing is that there's a thread of yourself that needs to return And not just from the accident, but from everything leading up to the accident. That part of yourself that wasn't fully able to cope with all that you were needing to hold within yourself. In the accident, it shook your body to the point of that thread being pulled. And why we're bringing this up now is that these blind spots, even if you think of the actual car and what happened, something that's here to hold it all together. Kind of popping out. They're showing this image of like how with the hood of your car. So for anyone watching, the hood of her car actually, while she was driving, I guess from what I understand, just like flipped up in her windshield, and she just got into a big crazy crash. And so it's kind of, they're showing this image of how, if you try to get into the symbolism too of like, what is the hood of the car? Well, the hood of the car keeps everything together. It's like that membrane that protects the engine. It's that membrane that protects all of your inner parts. And so perhaps whatever was like holding you all together, whatever was needing to hold you all together, I know you just went through the immigration or the green card process, actually just like, it couldn't hold and just came up in your face to reveal a lot of these deeper parts and create this vulnerability. But perhaps in this vulnerability, seeing it as an opportunity for you to be able to really witness the state of where you're at now, right? Because even though, perhaps a lot of your trajectory is different because of your circumstances, how are you at with being able to adjust to this? Even that in itself is a great leap of evolution. So I think the last thing I can say is just finding ways in your life that help you reestablish that membrane. What is that membrane? Because even that card perhaps represented a lot of the past for you. And as you were like shifting into this new phase of your life, like needing to explore what is it that is that membrane that allows you to hold yourself together, that have that beautiful protective membrane between you and the rest of the world. And maybe finding people that help you remember what that is and remember those parts of yourself. Because it feels like the main thing I'm seeing is that you are going through this rebirth in some ways, needing to, like, I know maybe you're like, I've been rebirthing forever, but to continue this process as that phoenix, as that rebirthing cycle that's just happened. Not to say that you need to be a phoenix after you've birthed, but there's a little bit of that. So blessings. All right, so moving on. Oh, we've got Liz here. Elizabeth's here too. Woo-hoo. So the next question I sent Albina. Hi, sweetheart. So the next question we have here is, hi, beautiful Saera and Invisibles. Are there any messages or direction for my coming up birthday? Where should I move my life? Thank you. It's funny, the first thing I heard was like, Arizona. Oh, take a road trip, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Actually, before reading you, are you here, Albina? Albina, are you here? Before I read you, I'm just going to show your message again. This is your birthday message, and you're seeking some guidance on the direction in your life. Well, as I'm waiting to see if you are here, I can do a little intermission song unless there's another question. Oh, there you are. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. I don't know if you heard the part about all of me sudden hearing Arizona. Maybe take a trip to Arizona. Okay, here we go. This is for you, Albina. Curiosity and enduring are different things. To endure because of a desired outcome is different than to endure because of curiosity as what is on the other end. For you, we're seeing a bit of both. But specifically in the last 3 to 4 months, we're seeing this sense of becoming comfortable with enduring as a lifestyle. But what would it feel like to be able to endure what life comes at you because you know that there is something that draws you, that is not only enticing, but actually speaks volumes to who you can become? For you, we see that there's 3 vertebrae in your body, in your spine, lower vertebrae, that are possibly holding up a little bit too much of the weight of your life, perhaps getting kinked in the process. There's also something about November 2008 that we'd like you to explore and kind of track in that time in your life. Was there any pattern of enduring? Was there any pattern of having to sit through challenges? Or how were you able to make headway in your life from those that you've passed through? So coming up for your birthday, before you can fully allow yourself the sense of relief and release into this next solar return, it's important for you to remember and track, what was it? Who had you become this last year? What have you learned about yourself? What is a desire that you still hold dear to you that did not come into completion? Was not manifested? And then what desires do you want to close? Because they're potentially giving or taking away some of your energy and focus. Doesn't mean that when you close manifestation, when you close desires, that there's not space for them in the future, but that it actually clears up and regains energy that's been leaking out of you to these different goals that are almost unrelinquished love, right? So those are a few things that you can do. They also showed me this funny image of you. I just saw this image of you, like eating like spaghetti. This is really random. I saw this image of you like eating spaghetti, but almost made me think of like that movie Lady and the Tramp, when they're this beautiful romantic moment where these two cartoon dogs are sharing this big bowl of spaghetti. And so maybe there's something about that. It's, who exploring, like, yeah, who do you want to be? Who would you want to share food with? Who do you want to share your, I feel like I can't even fully access that, but that's a little bit for you, my dear, and blessings to your birthday coming up. Way to keep living, and may this year be one of great expansion in all the areas of your life, with a grounded, stable foundation to build from, and let that expansion grow from. Thank you. All right, so it looks like we are done with questions for now, unless somebody else has a question. I was thinking I could give you guys a little, there's a question. This is a question from Liz. All right, hey sweetie. So she says, hi Saera The Invisibles. I'm seeking a job opportunity for this fall and winter where I can use my creativity and talents. Can you please give me some direction? All right. Whoops. You're welcome, Lavina. And I realized my candle went out. I'm just gonna light my candle. Hmm. While I'm lighting the candle, just want to thank everyone for popping on. Over here it's this beautiful sunny summer, and I actually just bought a plane ticket to Toronto, so Liz will be there. And if anyone else is going to be in Toronto in late August, I would love to connect. So this is for Elizabeth. Let's see what you have to say. If there's any direction. So the first thing I saw, it came a few times, and I was like reading into it, but the first thing I saw was some sort of connection with Lizzie, my friend Lizzie, and you know Lizzie too, I think. I don't know, I just saw she's been working at this medicinal farm that they plant all of these, they grow a lot of medicinal plants and do mentorship programs for youth, I believe, and it seems like it's a pretty dynamic opportunity. For some reason I'm seeing that they sell at the farmers markets too, I think, but I'm wondering, I'm curious if there's like some sort of connection point with that work and your work, or maybe being an affiliate or having, I'm not sure if there's like but maybe that's something to look into. I'm not sure what the thread would be there for you, but I just saw that. Um, hmm. So this next thing I saw was, I was like seeing you, and I was seeing like this wall that felt like there was other people on the other side possibly, and like I felt like you were doing some sort of like intake, like I don't know if it was like patient intake, or I was just kind of seeing you um, working with these different people, but like also like helping them find, I'm not really sure how to describe this. It was like, it was almost like you were like with intake, you were like connecting with people, but then helping them find um, the right place, like a place that the right, like some sort of direction. And in the moment, it was like I felt you like actually really liked, like I had this feeling of like you really liked this feeling of this wall, and maybe the wall also could represent structure and stability, but it felt like, yeah, there's something about you just like what could be also nourishing is like having something that like has a like physical, I don't know, this wall really felt really important for you for some reason. But the wall felt like there was something on the other side of the wall, like that you were, and I'm not quite sure, I'm not really getting much on. There's something about like, I don't even know if these two areas cross, but there's something about Bathurst and DuPont. I'm hearing those two as like some sort of, maybe there's some sort of code or key in there. I don't even think they cross, but I've never heard that. So also the other key I heard for you was something about, I don't know, some woman named Naomi. I'm not sure if you know anyone named Naomi, but it seems like, I mean, I think I know a Naomi in Toronto. Naomi Ben Ross. She does healing work. Um, yeah, it feels like if you were to continue down the work with doing healing work, there needs to be, which I hope you do, because I'm really excited about that. Yeah, it's like it feels like it's in that direction. Like something about you also like almost be like teaming up with the right organizations. Like I just seeing like with that work also to be really supportive. Like maybe that would be finding like promoting yourself and exploring the different areas in Toronto and also like networking. Like, are there any people doing like retreats or, and this isn't that wall structure that I know I saw too that your soul kind of wants is that structure of that wall. But I just saw something about you like blending your forces in creating like these like it's like these packages but connected with other people somehow. So I don't know if it'd be like a retreat or maybe that could be something for next year. But I'm seeing that there's something about you creating something that feels like it brings together different workers and modalities, and possibly even something that's like yeah like done over like not in Toronto. Like I'm seeing like almost seeing this big yurt somewhere. Yeah, there's like a lot there's a lot of different pathways for you, but it feels like both of those directions could possibly happen simultaneously. Like to understand that you don't necessarily have to let go of one in order to have the other, that there's kind of this middle ground, especially if you explore whatever this intake is. I don't know if it's like working at a clinic or I'm not quite sure, like a birthing clinic. I'm not really sure what it is. I know that like office work and stuff cannot be as fun, but there's something about the structure that feels helpful to you, even if it's like 1 or 2 days a week, and the people you would meet. Yeah, that's about what I can see, my dear. There's three little scents along the road. That's for you. Hmm. So, everyone, I want to thank you all for coming today and looking forward to this beautiful day and just finding this next path along the journey. I know I'm deep in website work, so I'm going to get off and remaking my whole website. You're so welcome, Liz, to have a lot more to offer. And so, blessings to all of you. And until next, aloha.